Many come here through these ports of entry with visions of a better life. Risking deportation or never seeing another day, they cross into the unknown. They don't seek to take over land. They seek opportunity, a chance to get their families ahead back home.
Tenían las intenciones de venir a trabajar aquí para ayudar a mis papás y a mis hermanos. Nunca pensé en el riesgo, nunca pensé en nada de eso. Nunca pensé en que podría pasarme alguna cosa, venir para acá. Cuando está uno joven, no piensas en esas cosas.
Sometimes the risk and fear isn't enough to stop someone to leave behind the beauty of a country and realize the poor decisions the government has made for its people. Never given a chance to climb the social ladder, people leave for these various reasons.
El no sobornar a los gobernantes y todo eso. La democracia. En México ya sabes que se rige por quien tenga más dinero es el que tiene el poder y es el que manda.
In leaving behind an old life, we begin the process of adapting to a new one and its difficulties, whether it be learning a new language or new rules to raising a family.
Pues el idioma, porque yo no hablaba inglés, yo hablaba español y poco a poco me fui acostumbrando a hablar. Empecé a aprender en libros. No tuve tiempo de ir a la escuela porque tenía que trabajar. Así que en libros y mis amistades tenía una amiga que era como si me diera clases, me enseñaba las palabras poco a poco y la intención mía de aprenderlo, de aprender en inglés.
Las leyes que les están protegiendo cada vez más y más a los niños. No puedes irles a la mano, disciplinarlos, porque ahora ya se voltean y ya te demandan, mandan al papá a la cárcel, a la mamá, les quitan los hijos, los mandan foster parents.
Part of adaptation is planting your roots, and in planting your roots, you create a new life, a new family, a new generation with the beauty of two cultures.
You know, my mom, she came over with her aunt, who was up on that guest worker program.
Right.
So they'd come, work 4 days a week, and go back. My dad, he came over with actually my grandfather came over first, and he sent for my dad after about 2 or 3 years. It was probably the first, second grade that, you know, it starts clicking. Things start clicking when you start speaking Spanish and another language. All of a sudden, you're different.
Despite the fact that one is born here or brought here at a young age, growing up between two cultures can be difficult.
Learning the language, like learning English,
Right.
because we still, even though I was going to school here and we were living here, like basically my first language was Spanish.
Right.
And so, but I guess that was like the difficult kind
Part
of
of
thing.
it. Mm-hmm.
Having in school, just speaking English, learning English, and then going back to the house and speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
But after all, I think it was like a good idea to keep it like that.
As a new generation, we are handing down the visions and the talent of arte, music, and literature, and we share this as a gift to the world. But we also absorb the traditions of the country we were born in.
I think we tried to do things, or my parents tried their best to keep things as light as possible. We didn't really do, Dia de los Reyes. Back in the day, my mom used to go to Mass, you know, and she would wear the black veil.
Right now, like, we hear about Dia de los Muertos, which in my time, when I went, like, to...
Any festivals like that,
it was something different.
Much different.
And now we hear it. Like Thanksgiving, I know they really don't celebrate it, like in Mexico.
Right.
But in my family, we had it. Like even before I was born.
Right.
Because of my parents coming here to the United States. More of a exchange and just getting involved in both cultures. It's like getting like the best of each one and making like your own.
In light of recent immigration protests, we have shown that we have not forgotten where we rooted from and how we are willing to fight for the rights of those who continue to come here. like our parents once had. The ideas, traditions, and importance of family continue to play a large role in our lives. Many find immigrants as a problem, an eyesore, but as children of these immigrants, we have a great respect for those who are willing to drop everything to start a new life in a new country.
I'll tell you what, I have a hard time thinking about if I would transfer to another city for a job. I cannot imagine right now, my age, or even 10 years ago, thinking about going to another country where I don't know the language, where I don't know anybody. You know, the guys that come over here, I don't care what country they're from, they'll bust their ass.
Right.
You know, 12, 13, 14 hours a day. You know, and I think it's that kind of, that willingness and work ethic that a lot of them bring here that is just inspiring.
I mean, you know the sense that they're coming here because they need a job, they need money, they need to survive. But then, yes, it is hard because you say, if we came and we took like
situation,
like everything that it was supposed, the way it's supposed to be right. The way it's supposed to be right, then I don't see why. I know it's difficult, but I don't see why they have to be like really like a burden.
Statues of cultural heroes represent our strength as people and struggles we've overcome. Our murals tell a story of years of oppression through the centuries. And the accomplishments we've made as an existing culture here. This is what helps keep our culture strong.
Que siempre a los niños yo les he hablado en mi idioma, en español. Y les he inculcado sus raíces, las costumbres, y aún todavía sigo haciéndolo con mis nietos. Algunos no hablan español, pero me entienden cuando les hablo español, todavía hablo con ellos en español. Y algunos de mis nietos sí hablan español, y esperemos que los que no hablan español lo hablen más adelante, porque les seguiremos hablando en español y seguiremos enseñando nuestra cultura, que nunca se debe de perder.
I don't know, it's family. It's always about family.
Right.
And it's always about, you know, being there for your family. And that is such a large, and that's such an integral part of who I am. If for whatever reason I do get married one day and I do have kids, if it's a cultural thing or not, just that emphasis on family and being responsible to each other and you know, keeping your word and knowing that it's family.
Our gift to this country is that of art, whether it's stationary or mobile. Dance and music with vibrant colors that commemorate our ancestors. And festivals to celebrate our life, culture, and traditions.
To remember myself of who I come from. But on the other side, I still want to have like the new ideas, the new technologies, and all these new things.
Aunque ahora ya somos americanos, también tenemos que tener las dos culturas, y se les tenemos que enseñar a nuestros hijos a querer y a respetar las dos culturas.
People will continue to migrate here, no matter the risks. And despite the difficulties in adapting to a new country, the cultural values and traditions will never be lost. We will continue to make impacts in our communities with such things as food and art, serving as a reminder for generations to come about their culture. This is our contribution to the American dream.
Extraigo el fruto de la madre tierra, lo fundo en fuego.